What is up? Hello. This is the wrong layout. Hi everybody. How y'all doing today? I forgot this, and I need to look up what the time was. Hello, Philibon. How are you? How are you? How are you? All right, so we're back doing more of the Charizard solo run. Well, the all fire solo run, I should say. It's at 43 minutes and 47.78 seconds. All right. There we go. Okay. I've already opened it. I've already opened it. I've already opened it. I've already opened it. Wait, this is... Yeah, Gabe forgot that it's supposed to be fast. All right, so let's remind it. There we go. And let's just double check. All right, all of the options are correct. All right, getting this thing. How am I? I'm doing pretty good. I actually woke up relatively on time today. I was only late because I got stuck doom scrolling on Twitter. I think so. Over the past couple of weeks, well, actually, I'll just say this. I have 3 alarms set to wake myself up. I have one set for 5 o'clock, one set for 5:15, and one set for 5:30. For weeks now, I have not even heard the first 2 alarms. I have no idea if they were even going off. That's how never they have woken me up. Over weeks now. It has only been the 3rd one. You're adapting? No, so like the thing is my phone will sometimes just stop playing sounds for some of my alarms. I don't know why. They're becoming background noise. No, that's the thing. Like they were randomized songs. They were supposed to be randomized songs, so it's not like the same thing playing over and over and over again. And I did that specifically to avoid them just becoming background noise. And so yesterday, I was like, all right, I need to change something, right? And like literally all I did was I just changed what they were playing from a random playlist to a specific song. And that made it so that I woke up with my first alarm today, not my last. And I was still 5 minutes late. So yeah, hopefully that will help me not be as late as often. I just need to get my lazy ass up out of bed and do things. But yeah. Yeah. ADHD clinic. So sleep soon. Hell yeah, man. Get you some good sleep. But I am gonna get started in 3, 2, 1, go. I do not remember where we are or what we've done. Okay, so we haven't beaten Erica yet. That's right. Okay, so we are level 34. We are a Charmeleon. And I am not evolving to Charizard yet. I have decided that I'm going to keep a Charmeleon until we learn Flamethrower. And then once we learn Flamethrower, then I will allow it to evolve. That's what we're going to do. Also, we're going to go here. Oh, did I already beat Giovanni? I did. Okay, never mind. Here, let's go. Shit, I already did this too. How much money do I have? None. Got it. Okay, I already did all this too. I completely forgot what the hell all I have and have not done last week. Do I have HM2? I do. Okay. I'm like expecting past me to have done literally nothing. All right, so this is something that I hadn't done. While I am in Saffron, I will actually remember to pick up my repels like I need to. Good. Had just enough money. So I can go in and fight Erica's gym. It's going to be a bit rough. Flamethrower is worth it. I agree. Flamethrower is definitely worth a slight delay in evolution. The problem is that Ember isn't really going to be able to carry me in this. Not against, like, Erica herself. Like, against a lot of these lower... That is... Okay. That's interesting. Okay, I'm actually going to keep that on. I'm actually going to stay poisoned. Interesting that it... Okay. But yeah, see, so... Ember's just not doing it at this point. Do I have... I have super potions. Okay, good. So the unfortunate thing is that Weepinbell is the weakest defensively of the three lines between Weepinbell, Oddish, and Bulbasaur that we see in here. So the fact that the Weepinbell survived and that the Bellsprout survived as well is actually really bad for us. Yet the Bulbasaur did not? Is that just because of the... Huh. Why? That couldn't have just been the level up. That's weird. Alright, so we gotta stave off evolution here. Alright, I'm like being hyper careful here because of the poison. Good crit. Good crit, okay. Gonna go for 3? No. Didn't get 3 for 3. A little unfortunate, but you know. Oh, you should be relatively easy. I wonder if it's gonna go for... No, it did actually go for damage. I was wondering if it was gonna go for, what's it called? The thing with the place at the thing. We will use another, not antidote, super potion. Because, like, the big thing I want to avoid is paralysis, right? I just do not want to get paralyzed while I'm fighting these guys. The scary thing is that both Victory Bell and... Yeah. Both Victory Bell and Tangela have Wrap. Okay, so I guess I was slightly off. Also want to play more of your ROM hack. I haven't played it in a minute, but that is because I bought Doom and Doom Eternal on the Steam Summer Sale, and I've been obsessed with that lately. I will return and finish up the ROM hack, but as of right now, I am obsessed with Doom. Try out the buffed rivals. Yeah. So wait, when does... Alright, so Charizard learns it at 46. Is it what, 42? 1 second. I said Gen 1. 42, okay. So we got 5 more levels before we learn, Yeah, you were talking about the buffing of the rival, and I think you only had like a couple of more trainers or something like that. um, to continue fucking with, and then you'd be done with it. Nope, no evolution. We don't believe in it. We're a good Christian channel here. I will believe in evolution again in 4 more levels. Oh, let me buy the max repels. The good thing is we still have dig for the ghosts. Dig is probably going to be... No, it's not probably. Dig is 100% going to be the last thing that I forget. Ah. How? I guess we just get rid of the antidotes. I think we don't need them anymore. And then I could just use the HP up to get rid of it. And then max Reapel. Yeah, so I think we get rid of Slash first. Oh, shit. I just realized if we get rid of... As soon as we learn Flamethrower, that actually kind of really hurts our ability to make use of Sword Stance. Doesn't it? You lived. Okay. Not expecting you to live. Alright, only 3. 3 more. How the hell do we make it so that I don't level up too much? Right? So if we go back and back again, back again, and back again. Charizard learns Fire Spin at 55. And that's going to be the last fire move that we learn. Is there any way to get through a good chunk of the Elite Four without learning Fire Spin? I was gonna say, I should be able to just barely fit the Poké-Flute into my inventory. Alright. Yeah. Okay. So, we go down and fight Koga's gym next. We just slash, right? And just hope he doesn't go for... Yeah, there we go. That was relatively easy. Nice. We actually got the extra full restore. Okay. All right. Hell yeah. Now we drop off all of the random crap that we got. Hell yeah, this song. I love this song. Do I actually need any of this stuff? No, right? No. All right, so we just slashed the psychics, right? I feel like we just slashed the psychics. That's still not enough. Okay, that's concerning. I mean, it definitely kills the Kadabra. Oh, unless I get turn 1 confusioned into hitting myself. That's cool. That's super awesome. Okay. Fine. I mean, we just got the extra, so fuck it. Why not, right? You should, it's 3. Fuck. Okay. Of course I get turn 1 confused again! Everything's fine. Everything's fine, and I'm definitely not mad. Just don't want to fight that guy again. Okay, so this one should be relatively simple. Right? Slash should just kill? Yeah. We should have a flame-throwing Charizard by the time we leave this gym. I would be very, very surprised if we don't. Did not mean to dig here. Good crit. Level up, come on. Damn. Oh, so am I. Literally, yeah, one more fight. All right, cool. So we got flamethrower after this fight. Unless I die, fuck. Yep. All right, so that's gonna be slash body slam. I think body slam because I'm going to be replacing. Yeah, slash does more for me unless I can boost my attack, which I can't do. Oh, fuck. No. There we go. Okay. All right. And we allow the evolution this time. Hell yeah. Okay, now we go and heal because I do not want to be paralyzed and also almost dead. That fight went almost as bad as it could have. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. All right, so now let me actually look at my stats. 93 attack, 101 special. So our special isn't that much higher than our attack. Okay, so 120 becomes 180 after stab. And it's going off of my higher special. However, slash is a guaranteed crit, which at this level is probably going to be like 1.75 damage, give or take. I think it hits about the 1.75 mark in the like mid game. I think slash would do more damage to these guys still. I think. Just because their physical defense is so much lower than their special. I think that's fine, actually. Yeah, I think the poison going into this is fine. I think this is fine. I think this is fine. I think this is fine. I'm going to take a decent chunk of poison damage because I'm going to be using dig against these guys, but I think... Oh, you fucker. Oh, and he disabled my dig? Are you kidding me? Don't do it. Oh, the crit hurt. The crit hurt a lot. Ow. Get me out of here. Damn. How close was I? Oh, we still had plenty of health to work with. Okay. I am going to sell stuff actually as well. Like normally I don't go in here, but I feel like I have a good chunk of random crap that I don't want. Maybe not. Maybe I don't have that much actually. Yeah, I actually just got rid of another one. What the hell is this song? I actually do not recognize this song at all. What is this from? Oh, it's a Pokemon lullaby. No wonder I never remember it. I was like, what the f... Oh, speaking of Pokemon lullaby, go away. Apparently I forgot to reuse the fucking repel. Oops. Now here's a question. I'm not really going to be able to make use of... I'm not really going to be able to make use of physical attacks for that much longer. Well, I mean, I have 12 more levels before... Let me think about this. While I think about that, I'm going to turn this in. So, basically, my question is, do I actually want to use that protein? Do I actually want to use that protein? Or do we leave the protein unused to keep our attack lower? Because once we have all 5 fire moves, the only physical damage we're going to be doing is confusion damage to ourselves. So there is definitely an argument to be made to not use that, right? Oh, I could use the PowerPoint ups on Flamethrower, actually. And I should. Oh, I only have one of them. Okay, so I need to go grab the other one. Now, Carbos is an insta-use. As soon as I remember that I have them. I feel like I don't want to use the protein. I feel like I want to keep that 9, 8, 7. I also don't know if I use this. Do I use Sword Stance? Because if I use Sword Stance, I lose Slash, and I only have Dig as a physical move. Is that fine? I think that might actually be okay. Wait, let me think about this real quick. Do I... Do I get rid of Slash to learn Sword Stance for Dig? Dig is like my way to get past rock types right now. And I think of a move type you could only use for Gen 1, what would you take? I'd go Ice personally, even if it does min damage, has freeze chance. I would choose... Hmm. That's actually a good question. So the problem with ice is that Lorelei double resists ice on most of her Pokemon. So it makes it a real pain in the ass to get past her. Do I do this? 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 I think I do. I think Slash has done its job. I think that it's better to have a stronger day. Okay, wait. Are there any flying types that I want to use a physical move against? Are there any flying types that I want to use a physical move against? What flying types do we have coming up? Pidgeot. Literally the next Pokemon we face. The Pidgeot. None in Blaine's gym. None in... It's like Pidgeot, and then the next one is Pidgeot. And then the next one is Golbat. And at that point, we're going to have all fire moves anyway. So yeah, we can get rid of Slash for... Yeah, we can get rid of Slash. Yeah, it's only the Rivals bird. Okay. Hell yeah. Yeah, this actually only goes through to Blaine's gym anyway, right? So Flamethrower almost kills. Okay. And then we could Swords Dance. I'll do 2. I just want to make damn sure that I one-shot everything. Fucking eye. Well, hello, kid. Yeah, the second one was primarily for the Blastoise, not gonna lie. Oh, hi, buddy. Come on down. Alright, come on. There we go. There we go. Alright, and we have Strength and Surf. Hell yeah. Can I learn Earthquake on him? I can. That will literally only be useful in Blaine's gym. Psychic type, but I think the Freeze Chance might be better. So yeah, that's actually kind of what I was thinking. I was like, does Psychic actually beat it out? And it might. Actually. Just because... So Ice is resisted by Ice and Water, which you don't run into that often, but the Pokemon... The trainers that you do run into with those typings tend to be fairly strong. Primarily Lorelei, Misty, and depending on what Gyarados, right? The Lance's Gyarados at the very least, and Lance's Gyarados as well as... I should have used a Swords Dance here. And depending on what you choose, either Gyarados or Blastoise on the Rivals, right? We are leveling up way too fucking fast. I do not like this. Oh. How bad is Psychic in this scenario? If you are only able to use Psychic moves, you do have access to Psy-Wave, which gets around resistances, but it's also... Oh, you little bastard. Alright. That should be enough. Not sure if this kills the Slowbro. It does. Okay, good. But you can drop... Flamethrower you. You lived. Oh, that's not good. Yeah, that's what I thought. I guess we just dig a whole bunch on this one. That's what I thought. Damn it. Okay. God damn it. Just dig the damn hole. Fuck. Alright, let me heal. I don't think that I need anything more because we're pretty damn fast, right? Yeah, it's literally our highest stat. Also, the move types that can't win the game would only be normal and ground. No, electric. Electric, you wouldn't even be able to get past Brock. Ghost would also... Well, I guess Ghost has Nightshade. So you would be able to do damage to Ghost types with that. Or to Psychic types, I mean. So yeah, anything that has an immunity against it, you would not be able to use. So normal, ground, electric, Ghost. I also, like any other generation, I would say Dragon. Until you get to Fairy types. Right, Gen 2 through, what is it, 6 or 5? I can't remember exactly when they introduced Ghost types. I would definitely pick Dragon, but obviously in Gen 1, you only have Dragon Rage, which is not... I mean, it's really busted early game. It one-shots both Pokemon in Brock's gym. Or both. All 4 Pokemon in Brock's gym. I don't like how low I am on PowerPoints right now. Oh, I have Earthquake as well. I can just teach Earthquake over Dig. It's basically the same. It just doesn't let me dig out of places, which I'm not going to be able to do for very long anyway. So yeah, fuck it. We're just going to teach it over it. Look at that. Do I have ethers? Yes. Did I want to use them? Not even a little bit. Water is a strong contender. I'm gonna be honest. Water is actually just like really good. And like in the major battles, it's never quad resisted. And it's only ever resisted by Misty, by Erica. It's super effective against 3 gyms, right? Yeah. Water is super effective against 3 of the gyms. I think we Earthquake the Kadabra. Yeah. Then we Sword Stance on the Mr. Mime. Flamethrower just incinerates the fucking Venomoth. And then I think the only reason that I outsped was the Sword Stances, I think. Oh yeah, I can't dig out. I just talked about this. So yeah, water would be really good. Fire is not. Fire is not really good. What about grass? How would grass do in this? Not great, right? Oh, I need... Wait. Before I forget, I need to grab the rare candy. I also want to grab that extra PowerPoint up as well before I forget again. Not on Paris. Flamethrower. Poison would struggle till Toxic. And, like, even after Toxic, like, if you only have poison moves, I guess if you actually have like, say you have a hypothetical Pokemon that can learn every poison move, I guess you would have better options. The problem is Agatha, right? Because Agatha double resist. I keep saying quad resist because it's, you know, puts the damage into a quarter of it. Agatha double resists poison on all 3 of her ghost types. It's just not great. Just throwing that out there. Having one of the most annoying trainers in the game double resist all of your moves is not good. Oh wait, I could just use the items. I kind of hate this floor tiling. You can learn everything, right? So it's basically talks on using a Mew, you can learn the type, I guess. That's actually not a bad idea. I might do that. Oh no. Oh no, I'm stupid. Alright, well, this is why I always buy at least one extra. Just in case some bullshit happens. Alright, so I need to come back around, hit this. I'm taking way too many extra steps here. Alright, and then we can just leave. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I mean, like, it is what it is. I'm not gonna get all the way through. I only have fire moves or earthquake for this entire gym. Let's see. Oh, I meant to actually use flamethrower on the Vulpix. Well, with a crit, it kills it. Okay, so let's see. Ponyta's definitely gonna need an earthquake. I mean, I guess I am level fucking 49. Okay, so water would be decent. Fire is not good. As we're seeing right now, right? But like if we're running off of a Mew, Mew has a base 100 in every stat. That's actually like really strong. Fighting would be terrible. Oh, fighting's also impossible. Duh. Fighting's impossible because fighting can't get past ghosts. So fighting is also impossible. We kind of forgot about that. Good crit. All right, I'm just gonna use an ether here. Fuck it. Grass. How would grass do? So grass beats easily. I'm just gonna use all of the sword stances because fuck it. Easily beats Brock and Misty, resists Surge and Erica, but it's gonna have a problem with Erica. Because Erica's Pokemon, well, 2 of her 3 Pokemon double resist. But also, grass... Well, if we're playing Mew, if we're playing Mew with all grass types... 5 types can't beat the game. Yeah. So we use flamethrower on everything that we can so that we save the earthquakes as much as we can. Wait, what level am I? 51. Oh, fuck. I'm level 51. We only got 4 more levels before we learn Fire Spin. This is not good. I do not like it. Yeah, except for rock types, I'm using flamethrower on everything. Oh shit, I need to learn Fire Blast. I need to learn Fire Blast. I need to teach Fire Blast. I need to teach Fire Blast. Okay, that's fine. I could just do that now. I wouldn't have used it anyway in any of these, and I haven't used it anything. Yeah. Alright, so bye Sword Stance, unfortunately. It really sucks, but, you know, it is what it is. Okay, so grass. Okay, so I'm gonna change one other thing. I'm going to also so first off, we're assuming that this is like a base Mew with flat 100 stats across. I'm also gonna say that the Mew is whatever type we're using. So has stab, has the same resistances and weaknesses. Oh, I forgot to use Earthquake there. All that stuff. So a grass Mew would have issues in Erica's gym, in Koga's gym, Sabrina's gym. If you don't have the point, if it's only site, or if it's only grass, you don't really have anything that counters you in there. The only problem you're going to run into is just the fact that Sabrina has an Alakazam, which is just a really strong Pokemon in general. You will have problems with Blaine. And Giovanni is free. You also hit every Pokemon except for Jinx in Lorelei's team for super effective. Granted, they all hit you for super effective as well, except for the Slowpoke or Slowbro. Huh. Rats might actually be kind of strong for this kind of a how did the tanky or Nido... Wait, how did Nidoqueen get one shot, but the Nidoking did not? That's... I just realized what level I am. I don't want to be this level. So we're starting the... Okay, so we're starting the Elite Four with all 4 fire moves. That's really unfortunate. Always sleep out on how good grass is. So the problem with grass in Gen 1 is it doesn't have any, like, good move. Like, it doesn't have a flamethrower. The closest to flamethrower is probably Razor Leaf. But Razor Leaf is only 55 base power, and it's only 95% accurate. Yeah, we're definitely leveling up. So we lose Earthquake before we even start the Elite Four. That's really unfortunate. Grass struggles with Lance. Struggles with Lance, struggles with Agatha. But I think so far, Water and Grass are probably the two strongest here. Electric can't make it. We actually just pull up the type chart, right? Just pull up the type chart. So normal can't outwin. Fire is bad in Gen 1. Water is pretty good. God damn it. All right. So we only have fire moves for the Blastoise. Hooray. All right. And this Blastoise, by the way, this Blastoise also has Hydro Pump. Yep. Yep. Fuck. Fuck. Shit. All right. Well, that is the first death of the day. I mean, there's not really much else that I could do here, unfortunately. I think we just have to... You lived? Did he live last... Oh, last time I had gotten hit by Leer, so I had a badge boost. Alright, well, bye Earthquake. And I just have to go for Fire Blast, I think. And, like, pray for a crit? Or just pray for multiple... Fuck. Damn, if he had missed, or if he had gone for Withdraw, I won. So he has a 50-50 to go for either Hydro Pump or Withdraw. It's actually worse for us in the champion fight. Why would young Podor do this to me? Because young me was a fucking idiot. Young me is dumb as hell. That's why. Slipper kill? With a crit. I actually shouldn't have done that. I should not have done that because by allowing... Oh, we got a crit anyway, so it doesn't matter. These misses, man. These misses suck. And of course, this dude has like fucking Compound Eyes or something because he never misses his Hydro Pump. Dude has abilities like 3 generations before abilities were introduced. Let's see. We already talked about Ice. Fighting, can't make it. Poison. Wait. No. No, I was like, wait, isn't there a type that's immune to poison? Yes, but it's Steel. Steel we don't care about. Poison we've already talked about as well. It would be very, very difficult, but it would be possible. Yes! Alright, we got the Tail Whip. This allows us to one-shot the Alakazam. Beautiful. What do you mean it doesn't allow us to one-shot the Alakazam? What do you mean the Alakazam? Wait, what the fuck? Did you, like, not for once? This is why I... By the way, everybody, this is why I don't use Fire Blast on my fire Pokemon very often. Unless it's absolutely necessary. This is why I don't use it, because even though it's 85%, we're sitting at a pretty 50-50 so far. Infuriating. Ground cannot beat the game. Flying. Oh, flying would be rough. Oh, well, Let me think real quick. How bad is flying actually? Flying... I'm assuming we have access to... Yeah, so it's Mew, so we have access to all of the moves. Good burn. Okay, flamethrower to win. Okay, hell yeah, we got there. Took us 4 tries, but we got there. That's actually not even that bad, honestly. So, like, we would have access to fly, mirror move, technically. Guys, done with withdrawal. Yep. Gotta love Gen 1 AI. We would have mirror move, which would allow for some interesting strategy to be put into place. Actually, normal would allow for mimic, wouldn't it? Because mimic is a normal move, so normal could actually make it through. Ooh. And Sword Stance. Wait, normal actually could be busted. Because any of the ghost types that we can't hit, we could just grab Nightshade from and take down that way. Huh. I'd have to, so what I would have to do is, like, basically what I would do for these runs is I would basically, for these hypotheticals, right? Like, if I were to try to make each of these runs happen, I am 100% flying and buying as many fucking steroids as I can. That's Psywave. Revive can go away. 32 can go away. I'm still really hesitant to use those proteins. No, the proteins are literally useless. No, they're literally useless. Yeah, I'm actually really glad that I didn't use those. Alright, calcium, we will buy 3. Carbos, we will buy 3. Iron, we will buy 3. And HP up, we will buy 2 because I don't have enough money. Got it. Calciums are maxed. 2 Carbos. All 3 irons. Interesting. And 2 HP ups. Okay, so 2 Carbos, 3 irons, 2 HP ups. Two Carbos, 3 irons, 2 HP ups. We know that that much is going to fit. Oh, this is where everything's gonna go really bad. I'm really fucking worried about this. Okay, so we don't know if irons are done, so I'll buy 2 of those and 2 more HP ups. Okay, so irons are done and HP ups are now done as well. Okay. Yeah, let me sell all 11 of my rare candies. Sounds like a fucking great idea. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna use my rare candies right away. We are done. There's nope, not that one. Don't know why I went to that one. I'm just gonna use all my rare candies right away. And we are just going to pray, basically. There's no point in saving any for later fights. So we're just gonna go all out. Level 66. Alright. I'm gonna try flamethrower on everything on her. I want to see how good flamethrower does here. Okay, an attack boost is actually good for me, because it boosts all my specials. I am going to Fire Blast the Slowbro. Yeah, I was going to say, I feel like I need to Fire Blast the Slowbro. The Jinx, we could Flamethrower for sure. And then probably I have to... Oh! Okay. Okay, so there is a better line there for sure. But another thing is I have to worry about power points too, right? Like, I only have 5 for Fire Blast. And I have a limited number of... Nope, not saving. I have a limited number of elixirs. I was gonna say, I feel like we could probably clear Bruno with just Flamethrower. Yeah. Machamp surviving makes sense. Machamp is like really, really strong. Alright, what do we got? We got 11 more Flamethrowers. That's 2 each for her Pokemon, with 1 left over. Okay. I feel like... Okay, so I'm going to Fire Blast the Golbat because I think that this might one-shot. Or I could just miss both of them and fuck it. I guess that's fine too. You fucking game, I hate you. I'm upset. Okay, but we got all the way to lands. So here's the problem, right? Like, we all know what the problem is. We all know what the problem is. Fuck. I only got 4 Flamethrowers left. Make Fire Blast TM you get. So here's the reason why. Here's the reason why. Every move that you learn from a TM, from a gym leader, no Pokemon learns naturally. That's why. No Pokemon learns any TM that you get from a gym leader naturally. So you would be limiting Flamethrower to only one Pokemon in a Flamethrower playthrough. I mean, like, they already did that with Thunderbolt. How fucked am I right now, by the way? I feel like I'm already fucked, right? Like, I feel like my PowerPoints are screwed. Still lame, though. I agree. Do I survive this at all? Do I just die? I mean, like, the chances of us even getting past the Gyarados are, like, very little. So I'm just gonna... This is a scouting mission. That's what this is. We're scouting here. That's nothing. We did. Okay, so... Damn, the crit. Okay, that's fine. Fuck, man. Like, the lack of PowerPoints really fucking hurts. Okay, so using Fire Blast here also doesn't help, actually, at all. That is still a one-shot. What does Flamethrower do to you? Slightly under half. Flamethrower definitely one-shots. And then Flamethrower is a two-shot here, right? Yeah. And Fire Blast also would not have been a one-shot. Ah, I forgot to buy more healing items. Oops. Okay. Excuse me. Then all of these die to a Flamethrower. The problem is, like, you have Flamethrower, and then the next thing down is fucking Ember, right? Which, like, Ember is never going to one-shot anything in the Elite Four ever. I think I have to use Flamethrower again. And then Ember to finish. Yeah. Okay. So I'm actually up, I think, one PowerPoint. When do you do a Fire Spin Cheese? Blastoise. Like, legitimately the Blastoise. We just pray, because that's basically all we can do. Fuck. Alright, well, this might just be it. Especially since this is the most... That was the most aggressive Gengar that we've ever seen in this fucking game, ever. Not really, but... It was definitely up there. Alright. Buy 4 more max potion. Actually, I'm just gonna fucking... Yeah. Literally all the items that we need is these 4. Okay, so going back to what we were talking about before, right? So Mew, with the typing of every one of these, right? So double Flamethrower. Ow. I wonder if Ember kills here. Ember does kill there. Okay. And Flamethrower kills the Cloister. Good. Flamethrower kills, I think. Not quite. What do you mean? What do you mean you live there? What do you fucking mean you live there? I'm pretty sure we're dead here. We're definitely dead here. Yep. All right. Well, there we go. By the way, that could still just happen. Now, granted, we did get a crit by the Dugong, which sucks. But it is what it is, right? So, Mew, a Psychic Mew. Psychic is just really strong, right? Like, the only Pokemon that it even comes close to, not killing is just other Psychic types. Everything else, it fucks up in Gen 1. So, like, I think that all things said and done, I do think that Psychic is the strongest typing in Gen 1. It's only, yeah, it's literally only resisted by other Psychic types. You went for Blizzard. Interesting. I guess Blizzard is also super effective. And also, Blizzard actually is more accurate. So she went for a more accurate move and missed when she was consistently hitting with a less accurate one. But yeah, after Psychic, you have Bug. The problem with, I mean, you would have what? Leech Life, Pin Missile, and Twin Needle. Alright, so because of the level ups, we are actually able to one-shot the... That's really good for us, actually. We're able to one-shot the Machamp. Yeah, Blaine obviously would be a problem. Every flying type would be a problem. Bruno would be in it. Well, no, Bruno would actually be... Huh. Would Bruno be an issue? That's kind of what I thought. I kind of expected a Fire Blast to be able to one-shot that guy. Alright. I'm gonna save the Fire Blasts for the gang, fuck, man, like, I don't even... Dude, Lance is such a problem for me. He is such a fucking problem. Every one of his Pokemon resists me. Every fucking one of them. And they can all hit me for neutral or super effective. Like the Gyarados can hit me for super effective with Hydro Pump. Everything else can hit me for neutral. Alright. I'm not going to use an elixir until I see that we can... that the power points actually become an issue. That did... Well, we just got crit. Okay, I'm very glad I didn't use an elixir then. We're just going to get turn 1 crit. Fucking hell. So we will buy more max potions. Kind of hoping for an attack drop, but it is what it is. Flamethrower definitely kills the Cloyster. Oh, attack drops would not have actually mattered. Can finish it with Ember, yeah. I used a lot more Fire Blasts there than I kind of wanted to, I'm going to be honest. Here, let me actually move the HP healing up and then have the PowerPoint healing down at the bottom. Yeah, I used a lot more Fire Blasts there. But that's because we're starting to get to a point where Fire Blast Ember is consistently killing. Which means that we save flamethrowers for later fights. I don't actually know if that's the right play. I actually don't know what the right play is for these. I'm going to be honest. Good crit. Okay, so we have double the flamethrowers that we had last time. Last time we only had 4, now we have 8. But we only have 1 Fire Blast. When last time I think we had 2 or 3. All dragons Pokemon are either red, brats, or gold. Yeah. God damn it. No! God damn it. There it is. I should have used flamethrower instead of that last well, no, I don't know. Different types of dragon resistances. I think that would go too deep in. I don't really see how they would be able to do that with the way the Pokemon is currently set up. You would have to entirely change, like, the mechanics of the game in general to be able to do that. Do I just flamethrower? Sure, if I crit, hell yeah, I just flamethrower. God damn it. I'm just checking. Okay. That's a thing that we can do. Oh, I forgot to buy more healing items. Oh well. That is a thing that we could do. We can double Ember. I'm actually curious here as well. Okay. What about you? Ember one-shots the Hitmonchan. And the Hitmonlee. No fucking way. All right, we know that it doesn't do any, like, it doesn't do shit all against. Okay, so I can actually Ember the majority of Bruno's Pokemon. And yes, I am using a max potion for 4 HP. Okay, that actually saves us a ton of power points. It saves us 4 flamethrower power points. That's crazy good. I mean, if I'm just gonna crit everything. Okay, hell yeah. We have a lot more power points than we did before. Yeah, look at that. Last time we went in with 1 Fire Blast and 8 Flamethrowers. Now we got 10 and 3. BT using only Ember? I know, right? I mean, that's what happens when you're fucking Bruno and all your Pokemon suck. Alright, we are gonna Fire Blast the Gyarados to death, I think. Okay, so I want a Flamethrower. Because I'm kind of hoping that we don't put him into healing range. Beautiful. How does Flamethrower work against you? It's not a one-shot, which actually sucks a lot. Oh, we beat Lance! Oh, we beat Lance. Okay, so what I was thinking there, I was like, okay, we have a free turn because he just used Hyper Beam and missed. We have a free turn. Do I... A, just go for Flamethrower and hope that he doesn't heal again, which he wouldn't have. Flamethrower was entirely free there. Or B... By the way, I am 100% using an elixir here. Oh. And I was debating on using Ember to not put him into healing range so that the Flamethrower could kill him. That was what my thought process was there. Okay. Do we beat this game? There's no way. This is gonna suck. Okay, Psybeam, not Psychic. Flamethrower should one-shot the Executor. Yep. All right, after this one, we use Fire Blast, and we hope that that kills. Actually, we use Flamethrower because I think that kills here. Yes! Oh, not 70, not bad, no. So we beat my old PB of level 82. We did it. We did it. Oh, shit. Fire spin. Yeah, we got, I mean, we did get lucky. We got a little bit lucky. We got a little bit lucky. I will be honest. We got a little bit lucky. All right, Charizard. All fire Charizard. IRL time. I guess it would be in-game time, right? Which is 7 hours and 33 minutes. Deaths was, what was it, 16? 19. 19 deaths. Real time was 2 hours, 8 seconds. And then it was level 76. All right. Let's compare, right? Nope. That's just a black screen. Okay, so we got these numbers here and these numbers here. Yep. I know that it's kind of difficult to tell, but so normal Charizard was deathless. It's actually kind of surprising. Actually kind of surprising. 6 hours versus 7.5 in game. 1 hour and 32 minutes versus 2 hours, almost even. And those 69 versus 76. It's actually not that different, right? Like the biggest number change is probably the deaths from 0 to 19. Damn, so this could have been, yeah, this could have been a single stream if I hadn't been absolutely dead last week. And like, let's face it, I got pretty damn lucky. We had no fire spin misses. Not bad considering it started as a Charmander too. Yeah. But like, it was a Charmeleon by the time we got to what? Cerulean? Yeah. By the time we would have gotten to Cerulean, it would have already been a Charmeleon. But yeah. Okay, so that's that. Well, okay, so since we got that done, let's talk about the slow going conversation that we've had this whole time. Okay, so damn. Type chart. This one's not entirely accurate for Gen 1 because Bug is super effective against Poison and Poison is super effective against Fun. So lucky in your favor. Yes, it was. Yes, it was, but I'll take it. All right, so normal. Okay, so basically the way that I'm looking at this challenge, is any move that is normal can be learned. This includes things like Swords Dance or Mimic. Mimic is a normal move. And in that case, I think normal would actually be very strong. I think normal would might actually be the strongest simply because of Mimic. I think normal might actually be the strongest if we simply because of Mimic. Fire is not that great. Hey Taco, we just beat the game. We're now talking about hypothetical other all one type runs. Yeah. So yeah, I think normal would be actually like really strong because of Mimic. Fire, we just saw, it's not bad if it's on a good Pokemon like Charizard. But I think Mew would actually struggle, even if we gave Mew a fire typing as well. I think Mew would actually struggle more with all fire moves than Charizard did, because Charizard is a little bit more min-max than Mew is. He's got more in special and fucking words, please. Well, I guess not. His speed is only 100 and his special is only 109. Huh. Interesting. I didn't realize that he was actually... Huh. Okay. So maybe Mew would do just as good. Water is going to be very strong. Very strong. The only gyms that a water Mew with only water moves would have issues with is Misty, obviously, Erica, obviously, and Lorelei and Lance. Right, Misty, Erica, Lorelei, and Lance would give issues to water. Electric literally cannot beat the game. Grass, Misty, Erica, Blaine, Koga. I'm sorry, not Misty. I don't know why I was saying Misty. Blaine, Koga, Erica. Blaine, Koga, Erica. Words. Lorelei kind of counters, especially Jinx. Jinx would be a real problem for a grass type just because of how fast and how high her special is. And then Lance. Ice is a lot like water, except worse, I would say. Like, yes, you have the freeze chance, but you get countered by fire. You halfway get countered by water. So, Misty, Lorelei, Blaine, the Gyarados kind of sort of counters. Actually, the Gyarados is just neutral. I guess Ice isn't actually as bad as I expected. It would be Misty, Lorelei kind of... Yeah, Lorelei, Misty, and Blaine would be the three big issues with Ice Pokemon. Fighting literally cannot beat the game. No, it can. Seismic Toss. Seismic Toss can hit ghost types. So fighting can win, but it's going to be problematic because fighting Pokemon just don't have good moves in Gen 1. What would a fighting move... What would, like, the ideal all-fighting move lineup look? Not lineup, but just, like, the moveset. Obviously, Seismic Toss is required for ghost types. High Jump Kick is the highest damaging one. Low Kick, I believe, has 100% accuracy, and I think it's the only one that does. And then a fourth move... What are the fighting moves in Gen 1? Like, I know that there's Jump Kick, Submission, and Counter. It would either be Submission or Jump Kick. Probably Jump Kick, right? If you're trying to make an all-fighting move lineup in Gen 1, I feel like high Jump Kick, no, Karate Chop's normal in Gen 1, unfortunately. If not, if it was, it would 100% be the choice. So yeah, I think it would be both of the jump kicks, low kick, and seismic toss would be necessary for the ghost types. Yeah. All ghost Pokemon would be an issue, even with seismic toss. Poison types would be bad. Psychic types would be bad. Flying types would be bad. You would have a lot of issues with a fighting Pokemon, even if you did have the ideal moveset, which not really any of them. None of them have that, basically. Poison would have some major issues. Agatha would be an absolute nightmare. So would Brock. So would Giovanni. So would Koga. So would Sabrina. Yeah. Poison would be really bad in Gen 1. Especially since there's not really that many good poison moves. Ground cannot beat the game. Because ground cannot hit any flying moves. Or any flying Pokemon. Flying, on the other hand, as I said, you would have access to Mirror Move. You would also have Poison Move List. So Poison Move List, you have I'm just trying to go off of the top of my head. You have Toxic, you have Poison Sting, Sludge, Smog, Poison Gas. And I think that's it. Sludge is obviously the strongest. It's like an 80 base power move with 100% accuracy, which is pretty good. Right? Like that's only slightly worse than like Flamethrower for a poison type. The problem is that a lot of the strongest Pokemon in Gen 1 just counter it. Right? Like so many poison types just get obliterated by an Alakazam, which we fight multiple times in the run. Right? Like Rival 5 would be an absolute nightmare because of Alakazam. And Rhyhorn, right? Rival 6 would be for the same reason. Champion would be for the same reason. Dealing with Koga would be a problem. He's not limited to only poison type moves, and his ace has self-destruct, which would do a shit ton of damage. Yeah. Yeah, Giovanni would be an absolute nightmare as well. No. So Smog has like a 70% chance to poison. It's actually like a really good poison move, but it's also only 70% accurate, I believe, as well. Me. I don't know why it require just hello? Thank you. Jesus. Oh, it's 40%. But it's also only 20 base power. Yeah, it never actually does accuracy damage. Oh, I guess you would also have acid and acid armor. Wait, acid armor might actually make this. Let's just check. Okay. So I mean, it was probably just like smoke screen or something. So acid, acid armor, poison gas, poison powder, poison sting, sludge, smog. Oh, is sludge only 65? I thought it was 80. Wait, what the fuck? Sludge also has a 40% chance. Okay. Huh, okay. It's not as strong. But you do have acid armor, which would help you badge boost. So poison actually isn't as bad. I forgot about acid armor entirely because I think the only Pokemon that can learn it is like Vaporeon. That's the only Pokemon that I can think of that learns acid armor in Gen 1. Right? Let's see. Oh, I guess Grimer and Muck do. Grimer, Muck, and Vaporeon. Yeah. Those are the only three. Okay. So yeah, poison would actually, because of acid armor, I would move it up, like, up a rank if I were to be doing a tier list. Just because of the badge boost potential for acid armor. What would the moveset be? Moveset would definitely be acid armor for sure. Sludge for sure. I think it would be acid armor, sludge, toxic, acid. I think that's what it would be. Because acid has the chance to lower defense in Gen 1. Apparently later on it lowers special defense, but in Gen 1 it lowers defense. So if I could get like toxic, get a couple of acid armors in, and then if somehow the enemy is still alive, or say they have multiple Pokemon, I could start using acid, and once I get like a defense drop, I start using sludge. Like, that's not a bad setup, but it's still like not great just because of how many things counter poison. Tier list talk now? Yeah, I actually was thinking about pulling up a tier list, but I think that's something that, well, I mean, we have an hour. We could just do a tier list. How do I make my own tier list? Tier list. Tier list maker. God damn it. Shit, I didn't mean to close that tab. Damn it. Yeah. Okay. Pokemon type. These? Whatever. Okay, so normal, fire, water, electric. Yeah, okay. It forced me to get rid of my ad blocker. So what I am going to do is for this... transform, edit. We're going to crop part of this because I do not want to show their ads on my stream. Wait, can I just like... No, that just shrinks it. Ah, no. That works. All right. Bottom, we will go to 50. No. 100. We will do 125. There we go. All right, and then right, we will do 500. Nope, not quite that much. 450. We're doing this live. And then from the top, we will take like 100 off. 200. There we go. That'll work. All right, we'll do this. We'll do this. There, that'll work. Hell yeah. Look at that. Okay, so. Normal, I would say, is A. And only because of Mimic. We already talked about normal. Fire. We had to get really lucky. We had to get really fucking lucky to do this. So I think fire, like, objectively, I think fire would go in C. You get countered by a lot. There's not really... Like, the Elite Four is an absolute nightmare for fire types. I think water would probably go in B. I think water would go in B. It's not going to have as much of a issue as fire type. Wait, what it... Because, like, if we're talking about Lance highly relies on physical attacks, and fire moves have a chance to burn that water does not. Water is also resisted by the same Pokemon that are resisted partially by fire. Or that resist fire partially. So, maybe water's down on C tier? Electricity is down in D tier. Electricity cannot beat the game. Where's the other one? Ground is also down in D tier. I'm just going to do these two right now because neither of these can actually beat Gen 1. Neither of those can do it. Grass. Okay, so grass. Who beats grass? And do they actually have a good way to do it? You can badge boost water, though. You can actually, yeah, you can with withdraw. Withdraw might put it up at B tier. I'm gonna be honest. Like, I don't think that withdraw itself is enough to get it up to A tier because normal has mimic, normal has sword stance, normal has a lot, right? Normal's got a lot of shit going for it. Even though at first glance it's like, wait, normal also can't beat the game. But because of Mimic, normal can. So for that reason specifically, normal's up at A tier. I think grass might also be at A tier. You have a lot of sustainability. Via things like Leech Seed, you have Stun Spore, Sleep Powder, you have Mega Drain, Razor Leaf. Like, you have a lot of really good stuff for grass types. Like, they don't have any of that heavy hitting shit outside of like Solar Beam, which is 2 turns. Which, by the way, 2-turn Solar Beam basically cuts its per turn power down to Razor Leaf. But despite all of that, I do think that grass might be the second A tier. Simply because it's so hard to kill a grass Pokemon once they start getting set up. You also have growth, which is really, really strong. S tier? Grass might be S tier, actually. Because, like, who counters grass? Who actually counters grass? You have Blade, which is super late game, which by that point, pretty easy with Sleep Powder. That's the other thing. Like, Sleep Powder is really busted. And, like, let's be fair. I want to check this real quick so that I'm not lying. I believe they have a better one. Yeah. Fuck Sleep Powder. Grass Pokemon have Spore. So if we're going to do this run, you have access to Spore in this run. That is 100% accurate sleep move. Grass Pokemon, Grass is S tier. Easy. Like, Spore itself, the only reason that Spore isn't overpowered as fuck is because it's basically only on the slowest Pokemon in the game. It's only on Paris and Parasect. So you can't ever really outspeed and hit somebody with Spore. Yeah, Grass is S tier for sure. You have setup moves that also badge boost. You have Spore. You have a lot of ways to regain health. You have pretty good damage moves. You have an auto crit. Because remember, we are assuming that this is on a Mew. This is on a Mew with same type as we're talking about. So, like, this is a grass typed Mew. So 100 base stats across the board. Yeah, Grass is S tier for sure. 100%. Ice, on the other hand. Ice is not. So, there. Alright. We're going to look at Ice moves. Gen 1. So we got Aurora Beam, Blizzard, Haze, which is bad, Mist, which is bad, Ice Punch, Ice Beam. So basically you have Aurora Beam, Ice Punch, Blizzard. Ice is basically fire, but better. Because the status is better. Freeze is obviously infinitely better than Burn, because Freeze is just you win. But there's no actual, like, there's no other utility here, right? There's only you hit and you freeze. So I think we're gonna put Ice on B tier, same as Water. Fighting, I think, is gonna be C tier. Fighting can technically beat the game. It has an exception like normal does. Fighting can beat the game because it has access to Seismic Toss. So it can actually hit Ghost types. Yeah. Yeah. So if we go here, the fighting moves. Gen 1. So counter, double kick. Oh yeah, you have double kick. High jump kick, karate chop. This is not fighting in Gen 1. This is not fighting in Gen 1. Low kick, rolling kick, seismic toss, submission. So I kind of forgot about double kick. I'm gonna be honest. So I think if I were to go back and say this is my move set, I would say high jump kick, double kick, low kick, seismic toss would probably be the ones that I would have. Yeah. But even still, it doesn't have any, like, there's no setup moves. There's no moves that really do anything besides just doing damage. Remember, karate chop is not fighting in Gen 1. And a lot of them have downsides, right? High jump kick, 90% accurate, also does damage if you miss, right? Like, seismic toss only does your level in damage. It's not that great. So I think C is as high as it can get. The only reason it's not further down is because D cannot beat it. Yeah, I would say that it's probably one of the lower C tiers. So I think Poison, as we said, I think Poison is only this high because of Acid Armor. Like, I think that there is a strat for Poison types. The problem, and the reason that it's not A or S tier is it requires a lot of setup. But once it gets set up, it's pretty strong. It just requires a lot of setup. And it doesn't have, like, a recovery mechanism, right? Like, there's no, was it Poison Absorb or whatever it's called? The ability that lets you heal if you get poisoned. Or if you're here holding a Toxic Orb or whatever. So, like, we don't have any way to heal. We don't have any way to really stall outside of Acid Armor and just taking less damage. And Acid Armor only affects physical attacks. So if you're up against an Alakazam, you're just kind of SOL. So I think it is B tier because it does have some setup moves. It does have a little bit of utility, as well as a fairly decent damaging move in Sludge. But I don't think it gets any higher than B tier. Flying. Let's take a look at the flying moves. Alright, flying. Drill Peck is obviously the GOAT of flying moves in Gen 1. Nothing else even comes close. Fly is not 90 pounds. So, like, here's a lot of stuff. Gust isn't even a flying move. It's normal in Gen 1. We do have Mirror Move, which is nice. You have Peck, which is nothing base power. Wing Attack is also only 35 base power in Gen 1. Sky Attack has like an 80% chance to hit and leaves you vulnerable for a turn. Outside of Drill Peck, flying just doesn't have that much going for it, unfortunately. And like, even if you look down here, they don't really get any good boost moves basically ever. Right? Like, they just don't get any good, like, stat boosting moves. So I would say flying is probably C tier. I don't think it gets anything higher than C tier. As much as I love me some Fearow. Fearow is one of my favorite Pokemon. That's only because it has access to other types of moves. It has agility, for example. Psychic. At least A tier. If not higher. It might actually be S tier. I think Psychic might actually be S tier as well. No, it is. 100%. So let me show you why. Amnesia, Agility. This right here. Amnesia very specifically. Right. It's Gen 1. You're boosting both your special and special defense with one move, and it's double boosted, right? So you're +2, +4, +6 in 3 turns for both offense and defense. That is crazy good. And then let's say, so like, what is the move set for a psychic type Pokemon in Gen 1? Hypnosis, Amnesia, Agility, Psychic. You only need the one move to do damage, right? Like, Hypnosis, put the enemy to sleep, give you free turns to spam Amnesia and Agility. You're going to outspeed, you're going to one-shot, Psychic wipes everything. Like, this is just a crazy good, yeah, they're definitely S tier. Definitely S tier. I think the reason that Grass and Psychic are so strong in Gen 1, if they're all put on, like, the same Pokemon, is simply because of how versatile they are. Speaking of versatility, let's talk about a typing that doesn't have fucking any. Alright, Bug type. Moves. Gen 1. You have Leech Life, Pin Missile, String Shot, and Twin Needle. You can barely fill an entire moveset with the moveset you have. Also, this is Gen 1 Leech Life. This is not even close to 80 base power. This is, I believe, 15. I believe Leech Life is 15 base power in Gen 1. Why doesn't it tell you the power difference? Wait. Because they're like it is a lot weaker. Ah, there it is. From 20 to 80. Yeah. So it's base 20. Not 80. So Pin Missile is 25. Twin Needle is also 25. Twin Needle has a chance to poison, but is limited to only hitting twice. Pin Missile does not poison, but can hit up to 5 times. It's like a fury attack. And then String Shot is just, it's shitty String Shot, can slow them. Bug type is probably the lowest of C tier. Not gonna lie. It's like really bad. Rock. Only has 2 moves. Neither of them are 100% accurate, and this is a dirty fucking lie. This thing is 60% accurate in Gen 1. I'm sorry, 65. I apologize. 65. Yeah, so 65% accurate in Gen 1. Rock Slide does not have any special anything. So the flinch chance is introduced in Gen 2. So both of these are only basic damage moves. This is actually the lowest. This is beat out by Bug. That is how bad rock moves are in Gen 1. Ghost can technically beat the game. Remember, in Gen 1, there's a bug. Ghost moves do not affect Psychic type Pokemon. The fortunate thing is, Ghost comes with the move, the thing, this one, Nightshade. Another set where you don't even get a full move set. See, looking really bad so far. I might. Like, we might adjust. I might also... Wait, can I just, like, make a new... Add a row above. Ah, okay. There we go. There we go. Okay. D. This is F tier. Ghost can't hit normal, correct. But Ghost can with Nightshade. So any move in Gen 1 that has a set amount of damage, Nightshade, Seismic Toss, Bide, those can hit any Pokemon. Those are not limited to immunity until I think Gen 2 or 3. So they can still hit them with Nightshade. But because the only actual move that you have is Nightshade and Confuse Ray and Lick, I mean, it's going in D tier. It's going in D tier. Again. Like, these are highly limiting movesets. They don't really have that much utility. Yes, Lick can paralyze. Like, the biggest thing is, between Lick and Confuse Ray, you can get Parafusion going. But Lick is also only base power 30. Right? Like, the only move that relies on your stats is Lick, and it's got a base power of 30. So yeah, that's there. Also, by the way, Dragon is also going to be in D tier because all it gets is Dragon Rage. It only ever does 40 damage. You're going to get absolutely stomped in the end game if you only have Dragon Rage. Wow. And that's it for Gen 1, because these do not exist in Gen 1. So yeah, that's my tier list here. That would be my tier list for these typings. If we are to assume that this is on a Mew that is, what's the ability? Protean? The one where it changes to whatever move it's using. Let's say this Mew is set to the same type as the moves that we're using. And we can like craft the perfect move set with the moves available to these types. And it's in Gen 1. S tier is Grass and Psychic. A tier is Normal. B. So Grass is S tier because you have a Mew that has Spore. It has access to things like Spore, Leech Seed, Razor Leaf, all of the growth, right? Mega Drain. Psychic has Agility. It's got with the limited moves. Yeah, and like that's the thing is like, honestly, if you had better moves, obviously Dragon, if you have like 2 Dragon moves that actually do Dragon things and not just are a set thing, just that in itself would probably bump this up to B tier, just because Dragons are so strong. They resist so many things. They're weak to so few things. But like the fact that it's only Dragon Rage fucking kills it. If you just added Dragon Breath, if you only had Dragon Breath, Dragon Rage, this would be B tier, I would say. I would say Dragon Breath and Dragon Rage would instantly make this go from D to B tier. You add Dragon Dance and that's S tier. Right? If you just add Dragon Breath and Dragon Dance, you don't even give a full moveset. Just those 3 moves. Dragon Rage, Dragon Breath, Dragon Dance. You put those 3 in there, that's S tier immediately. But because it's only Dragon Rage, Dragon's down here. Yeah, 0 100% accurate moves, one of them only 65% accurate, and neither of the 2 moves that you have access to have a secondary effect. This is the second worst. Bug actually has some versatility, right? You have Leech Life that helps you regain health. You have Twin Needle, which can poison. And you have Pin Missile, which can potentially be a base 125 move. And then you have String Shot, which is useless. So, like, that is definitely better than these 2. But the potential for Parafusion and Ghost, I think, says that it is the best of the D tiers. And then these are here simply because of their lack of versatility. I think if you gave any of these a stat boosting move or something along those lines, these could definitely go up to B tier. I think you would need a little bit more to get them up to A. But yeah, these 3 are just like really not very versatile. Versatility is why water is up here. You got and acid and poison. So with water, you have things like withdraw. You have, well, actually, let's do this, right? Let's look at this because I didn't have this pulled up before. Yeah, like basically it's just withdraw. Flying lower than fighting, you think? Probably not. Like if we were actually doing this, I think it would probably go this way. Because with mirror move, and also just the fact that flying has a good move in drill peck that doesn't have a downside, which fighting doesn't really have in Gen 1. The closest you get is probably double kick, which between the two hits is a 60 base power move. But that's still weaker than drill peck. All of the other good fighting moves either are not 100% accurate or have some kind of other downside, or both, right? But yeah, you got withdraw, which is badge boost potential. And that's basically the reason that water is up above these, is because it does have a way to badge boost. And then ice is only above these because the status that it potentially inflicts is better. Right? The potential for any of your moves to freeze and instantly kill the other Pokemon. Right? Like this is basically, you know, you do damage with a 10% chance of your move actually being Fissure and auto killing. That's basically what freeze is in Gen 1. Oh, and also Blizzard is 90% accurate in Gen 1. So that's kind of busted. And then Poison is up here because of Acid Armor, basically. Between Toxic and Acid Armor, it has a decent enough versatility. That I would put it in B tier over these, which just, you know, we just saw how much versatility Fire had. It's like, hey, would you like to hit them with fire, or would you like to hit them with fire, or would you like to hit them with fire, or would you like to wrap them with fire? I would say, I was actually just thinking, if Fire Spin had a slightly better accuracy, I might actually move that up to B tier. But because it's only 70% accurate, hit flying or no? Never used the move. No. I don't think so. I don't believe it could. But like, if we look at here, let's look at ground. Right. So you have Dig, Earthquake, Fissure. I think Sand Attack is technically normal type in Gen 1. So we don't even have Sand Attack, because that's normal. So you have do damage with a chance to miss, do damage with a chance to miss, do damage after a turn of invincibility, do damage or auto kill with a 30% chance to hit. Kind of. Also, you have to outspeed the other Pokemon. I think even if you were to put Fissure in here, I don't think that, like, yes, Earthquake and Dig are two of the strongest moves in the game. Yes, correct, 100%. However, having to rely on Fissure for any of the flying Pokemon, you know, the Pidgey / Pidgeotto / Pidgeot that's in every rival fight, the Gyarados on Lance, or his Dragonite, Crobat, Golbat, you know, like, if you don't have the Blastoise, you have another Gyarados on the champion. Yeah, I simply because of the strength of Dig and Earthquake, it would probably go to C tier, but it wouldn't get any higher than that. But as of right now, I believe that it cannot actually, I don't think that Fisher can hit it. I don't think that it can. Yeah. That's my tier list. That's my tier list, and I'm sticking to it. And then again, obviously, these are not in Gen 1, so we do not use them. Yeah. I think, actually, I want to just look. It might hit because of how you said Nightshade and so. Yeah. I get what you were going for. And, like, the logic makes some sense. I just don't know if that's true or not is the thing. This looks good. Yeah. So I was just curious. I wanted to take a look at the normal move set. So normal has a few more moves than any of the others. Actually, one of the reasons that I put it so high is because there is so fucking much versatility in here, right? You got Sword Stance, you have Swift, so you have a potential answer if you get hit by Sand Attack or something. Substitute, which we never see because it's too expensive. Soft Boiled to recover HP. You have things like, you know, if you wanted a worse version of Sword Stance, you also have Sharpen. You know, Recover is another healing thing. Yeah, a little bit. Minimize, which we don't allow in my runs. You have a sleep move, yeah. Hyper Beam, obviously. Like, that's actually something I didn't even think about. It's like, okay, so what do we do? What's the play for normal type? Well, you're already pretty fast with a base 100 speed. Let's just Sword Stance 3 times and then Hyper Beam everything to death. Because in Gen 1, you don't have to recharge if you kill. So. Also, Metronome the Ghost. You could. Although, Metronome and, like, the thing is because there are so many normal moves, you are far more likely to get a normal move on Metronome than you would if you just had Mimic. And just mimic Nightshade. Like, just mimicking Nightshade would just be a better move. Like, yeah, if you want to go for some bullshit, and you just want to have some fun, Metronome would be interesting. But Mimic is just, it is going to outperform every time. It's like, but I could get Dig or Earthquake. It's like, yep. Or you could get Explosion or Self-Destruct and end the fight that way too. Like, you're just as likely to suicide as you are to get a one-hit KO against the ghosts. But yeah, all right. So that, I think, is going to do it for me today, guys. That was fun. That was fun. I enjoyed doing this. This was interesting. This was a good conversation, I think. All right. So tomorrow we're gonna do more God of War Ragnarok. More God of War Ragnarok tomorrow. We just let Garm loose last week. That's kind of how we ended the stream last week, is we let Garm loose. So that is where we are. We're going to be dealing with the repercussions of that tomorrow. No stream on Thursday as always. Friday and Saturday we're going to be doing more loader woder. Now that I have everything prepped up, or at least I have this stage prepped up, we're going to be going back to the Battle Bliss and hopefully finishing that off. And then 1 week from today, we're going to be going back to our normally scheduled programming with a Tangela solo run. It's going to be a fucking nightmare, and I'm not really looking forward to it because Tangela is not a good Pokemon. So, stay tuned for that next week. Also, if you haven't done so already, I would very much appreciate it if you would hit that subscribe button, or the like button, or any of those buttons. We are trying to get to 500 YouTube subs. That will make me play Elden Ring on stream. Also, that will, as long as, you know, YouTube doesn't deny me for whatever reason, allow me to get channel memberships unlocked, which will allow you guys to watch ad-free, and also, which I actually don't know if they run ads on my channel right now. I don't get anything from them, so I hope that they don't, but who the fuck knows. But it will also allow us to get emotes in chat and all that good stuff. So that would be appreciated if you would do that for me. But yeah, I'm gonna go get ready for work, and all that good stuff. So thank you everybody for hanging out and watching. I appreciate y'all as always. And as always, I hope y'all enjoyed the stream. I hope y'all have a good evening, and I hope to see you next time. Bye-bye. Hey, thanks for watching. If you would like to help support the channel, you can do so by following, subscribing, joining the Discord, or maybe even checking out the Patreon or Throne links down below.